It's the Sleepers Podcast. It's Wednesday, June 19th, and Carter Elliott is with me today.
Cheerio, Gregory!
Oh my God. I was not prepared for how good you were at that.
How we doing, bruv?
I feel like you're a lot more in tune with that slang than I am, so honestly, I don't want to go this route.
Up the sleepers, eh?
I feel like you'd be really comfortable pronouncing THs with Fs.
I could go for a little bit of bangs and toast with a pinch of tea, alrighty?
All right, Carter. Well, welcome to the show today. Cart, happy Juneteenth.
Oh, it is Juneteenth. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're technically recording this the day before, so maybe you're a little put off by the fact that I'm celebrating you a day early. But today I just want to celebrate you, Cart.
How so?
Well, I feel like you are my favorite black person.
All right, well, get to celebrate me, damn it.
I mean, what do you want? You want me to like stand up and dance right now?
No, I mean, well, can I get your top 3 favorite things about me? Maybe to start the episode.
Of course. I love how ready for violence you are. Like when I like get us into a messy situation, you are eager to get to war whenever needed. That excites me. You're hilarious. You're very funny. I really like when you do toasts in public settings. And let's see what else. There's so many that could be good for your third. I'll go sincere. I think it's been fun watching you get closer to being a father. You're like developing some fatherly tendencies before they even get here, and it's really cute and exciting.
Wait till I start hitting you with just thumbs up emoji text. That's my next step.
Yeah, you've always hit me with aligned, and you're just gonna replace that with the emoji. Yeah,
I'm hitting a lot of these.
there we are. Well, all right, Cart. You want to just jump into your YouTube comment today, or I feel like you really get to do whatever you want with today's show.
Can I get one more thing that I'm good at?
You're very
Shut up. I don't want one more. I'm just going to go ahead and get to the YouTube comment of the day.
Forgot you're the chosen one.
Yeah. No, we're the chosen two still. It's like we finish each other's June
10th.
Yeah. See, we're always so aligned. This one comes from Roman Runs. I have to be at work at 4:30 a.m. First of all, Roman, where the hell do you work? Lastly, the only thing that gets me through is these episodes dropping. Keep being yourselves as the most underrated and entertaining college sports-based channel. Thank you, Roman. If there's one thing that I can always give the folks, I think it's being myself. Even though I was accused of being a Jason Tatum person and being manufactured myself earlier, I still take pride in just owning that I'm myself.
You are better at being you than anyone else is at being you.
Shouldn't that be a given?
No. Honestly, it's a very common misconception. A lot of people think that a lot of people could be Carter Elliott better than Carter Elliott is Carter Elliott.
Okay, I didn't know that was a misconception, but
Yeah.
Thank you for the kind words, Roman. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's just so many people get you wrong, Cart, and I really want to try and set the record straight here. Okay, should we get to the Discord comments right away today?
Of course we should.
I'd like to give a little shout out to another new Discord user. I think it's Nick. It is Nick. Welcome to the show, Nick. Nick is an Illinois fan, and he has joined the Discord in the last 24 hours. Shout out to Nick. Any words of wisdom for Nick?
Have fun in the Illinois fan channel. It's a place of wonders and great things. We are happy to have you in the Discord. I'm a little thrown off right now, Greg, so I have to ask you, are you doing a new dad hat every day this week on these episodes? Because you had Greatest Grandpa yesterday, and you have Dad today. Should I expect a family-oriented themed hat every day this week?
That was the bit that I was going to go for, but now that you have noticed the bit, I'm going to abruptly end the bit.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, bits are less fun when you know the bits are going on.
I kind of miss the slipper flip. You know what? Come on. You know what the time it is. Oh, wait. I hit the ceiling. Wow, I lost it.
Yeah, you look so rusty.
Hello.
Letting that get to a hello made me so uncomfortable. Join the Discord. It's $9.99 a month. It's the number one way to support the show. We are getting more people involved in Sleepers, as you've probably been able to know. We got Brian Ralph and Riley Davis helping out on the channel a little bit more. We have Jacob Karabatsos, newly minted NBA champion Jacob Karabatsos, who is helping produce all of our videos. We have Dylan Terpstra, D-Terp, helping out with social medias. We have Guy helping us create creative things in various ways. There's a lot of other people we want to work with. The reality is we don't believe in unpaid labor. Do you agree with me on that, Cart? We're not a big unpaid forced labor podcast.
I, I can't say that truthfully. I'm actually a very large advocate of wanting to use unpaid labor, but we don't do
Okay. All right. Great. We are not aligned on that one then. Anyways, the point is, if you join the Discord, that is how we have the ability to get more people involved in Sleepers Media. That's the goal. But apparently, Carter thinks we're running some sort of, I don't know, some unpaid
I
child labor.
mean, let's not get into it because it's a Juneteenth episode, but I'm not going to sit here and take unpaid labor talks from you.
You're paid.
No, no, I'm not talking. See, you're thinking too short sighted. I'm talking like 19 score 7 years ago.
That's why I'm unequivocally anti unpaid labor.
Oh, okay, I got it. So you're working towards my reparations.
You could say. Okay,
Okay.
let's get into the
Don't be a hoe. Support the show.
thank you so much for that.
I love I can do
Okay.
whatever I want this episode.
Sleeve Nash says, I am super excited for DGL next season. I think this kid has star potential, but it worries me that Boswell and KJ are projecting to start over him. The year after we had Jeremiah, and I have a hard time believing DGL will want to come off the bench for a third straight year. I know you guys have hit on this before, but I want to know if I'm crazy thinking DGL has star potential, and if you think Brad can make the four guards, Boswell, KJ, Fears, and DGL work.
So the thing is, like, I am still a believer in DGL, and I do think there's a world where maybe if Boswell doesn't work out to the level that people think he's going to work out, that maybe DGL can step in that role and step up. With that said, if I could have my way, um, Greg, where DGL come from? High school? Was it OTE?
I no, I don't think so.
Okay, I thought it was OTE, but maybe it wasn't. I know he played for OTE for a little bit.
I didn't know DGL ever played for OT. I thought he just like jumped around a bazillion high schools.
I think he did. Even in any case, if I had my way, I know we've done the segments where we can make a player transfer. I wish DGL was on BYU.
That's so naughty. But you're allowed to be naughty today, Card. It's okay. I see two questions here. Question number one, are you crazy for thinking DGL has star potential? No, you're not crazy. I think DGL does have star potential. Two, do you think that Brad can make the four guards work? Boswell, KJ, Fears, and DGL? No, I do not. I don't think there will ever be a season where all four of those players are on the same roster. Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I do. It's just it's not possible.
Yeah, and I think the reality is we won't know who will be deprioritized until this year. If DGL is somehow better than either Boswell or Kasparis, then everything is going to be fine. But I mean, we know this. Fears isn't coming to sit. And if Boswell and Kasparis are good, maybe one of them will leave, and then you're still in a three-guard situation. But just a lot to juggle. That's the reality of college basketball these days. Confused Illini fan says, for each of your teams, would you rather have landed AJ Storr or Coleman Hawkins in the portal this year? I feel like Coleman is a better player than Storr in every way, except he doesn't average as many points because he doesn't chuck shots. I just feel like there are 200 guys in college basketball who could average as many points as Storr if they were allowed to shoot 14 times per game and had the same deathly allergy to passing the basketball, yet Storr was regarded as the best thing since sliced bread in the portal.
I love Coleman Hawkins. This podcast loves Coleman Hawkins. I'm taking AJ Storr over Coleman Hawkins 14 times out of 10.
I think that the AJ Storr dialogue has reached a point of no return for me. Would you say that you like AJ Storr?
Me? Do I like it? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like when he's come up a lot recently, you haven't exactly defended him.
Because I like AJ Store, I do. But I, mm, I like him, but the only thing that I have against him, I guess I would say, is that yes, you put it in that exercise. I'm taking AJ Store, but like also AJ Store to me isn't like the bona fide number one player in the portal best ad, in my opinion. That's where I push back a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fine to say. I just feel like this has reached a very serious point of like everyone is saying AJ Storr is a complete losing player. Like the addition of him and him alone didn't make Wisconsin way better this year. Like, am I wrong on that? Like, Wisconsin was not a good basketball team. They added AJ Storr. They were pretty damn good.
They didn't have AJ Store, they're not making the tournament.
And things got
They were
weird.
a five.
Right. Like they had a great season and things got weird, but like they beat Purdue in the Big Ten tournament. Like,
My 10-second monologue here. Stop blaming AJ Store. Maybe blame Greg Gard.
yeah.
Crazy tactic. No one ever wants to blame Greg Gard. Alonzo Tucker was right. Damn it.
Yeah. I don't know. It just like at minimum, when you say like, what does Coleman do better than him? AJ Storr is like a supreme athlete, like a
Yeah.
supreme athlete. Like that's not. I don't know. There's so many things that he does really, really well. Okay. Sorry, I got a little distracted because I got fired up on the AJ Storr thing. Let's see here. Sleeve Nash is back. He says, I've enjoyed watching the scouting report and the player comparison videos, but I know they're not doing as well as you guys would like. I think a couple ways to make them do better for the future. One, better thumbnails. I think showing who you guys compared him to in the thumbnail takes away from the video as the viewer already knows what the outcome will be. Two, make it some sort of game or have a score of some kind. I speak for most viewers, I believe. If there is a score or something competitive happening, it makes the videos that much better. Love the commitment, though, and keep up the good work. Do you have any comment on the performance of our NBA videos or your thoughts around them?
It's devastating, to be honest with you. I think is the word I would use. Because I actually think the content is pretty good. It just hasn't done as well as or it hasn't done well, which hurts. But I appreciate the constructive criticism. It makes sense. And we're a games podcast. I would honestly, that gives me an idea to if we could somehow have a running tally or game for this college basketball season between you and I, that'd be a lot of fun.
I like games. I think what you said in the comment is fair, totally fair, constructive feedback, and we will certainly take that and bank that for later. I can't believe you called it devastating, and this isn't just me showing like I don't know, trying to be combative or saving face on the show when we speak about this. I don't think the NBA stuff underperforming has been like damaging to us really. We tried it. It didn't really work. It also I wouldn't say it didn't work. Like I was hopeful when we set out to do this, like given the way the channel has been growing and performing, I was really hopeful NBA stuff would take off very similarly to the way the college stuff did, where each of those individually are doing like in the thousands of views because we do get thousands of views on multiple videos a day usually when we have a good day. And the reality is this NBA stuff is a completely different audience. It's a completely different style video. It's um, just a totally different concept, right? So we didn't really know what we were doing. We're just going to give it a try. And when we say we do something, we do it. That's something I will give us credit on, Cart, is like, let's try this. Let's throw ourselves into it. And if it doesn't work, then we'll adjust. We're doing 150 total videos on this. In the middle of doing 150 total videos on that, it hasn't impacted anything else we're doing. Like, think about that. In the last month, we've added 150 videos in 2.5 weeks to the regular daily workflow of full podcast episodes and also 5 to 6 shorts minimum per day. Like, and overall, the channel numbers are great. Like, we're on pace to do better in June than we did in April, in May. Like, there was the national championship in the Final Four in April. So, I don't know. I'm probably just dancing around this, but I guess the point to me is like we wanted to try something new, see if there's an audience for it. Some of the NBA videos did actually perform really well, and I think the first week ones, like the first 25 players are still growing. Like these weren't time sensitive videos. These are videos that, if the Dallas Mavericks draft Khalil Ware, Mavs fans are going to be on YouTube the night of the draft looking for Khalil Ware scouting report breakdowns. We try to be creative with ours. I stand by the content being really good. And I think like you go back and look at it, some of those first week ones only did a couple hundred views the first day. They're up into the thousands now, a couple weeks later in a way they weren't at the beginning. I think they have a little longer shelf life. So, yeah, just my only response to that. I appreciate the feedback. I'm glad anyone cares enough to be keeping an eye on like, does the NBA stuff work for us? Um, I would disagree with you, and I would disagree with anyone who says like, I know they didn't perform or they're failing. I don't think it failed to try. It didn't explode, and we know our audience still prefers college basketball content from us, but you got to try things to start from nothing and grow it into something.
Bars.
There we are. Also, by the way, like last thing, I just find this stuff so interesting. So when someone asks about it, like I word vomit about it. It's kind of really similar to when we started doing the preview recap stuff for college basketball. Like you got to realize, like last June, we weren't even doing daily podcast episodes. And then we started doing daily pods and clipping the segments. And for the first month or so, like there were only a couple hundred viewers on each one. And then like a couple months later, that's when everything started really taking off. So I think you have to be consistent with things, and maybe people find us for the NBA later than when we first started doing it, but they realize like we have this whole season worth of NBA draft videos that maybe make it worth coming back to in the future. Dreadhead Dev Royal to King says, Green Bay and Gottlieb just signed Jeremiah Johnson. That's so strange to me for a 4-star high school player signing to a low mid-major like that. Your thoughts?
Bags. There's one thing I can give Gottlieb credit for, and this was I believe that when he said it, it was on one of the shows at the Final Four for the Field 68, but he was like, go buy the best players. Like he was talking about Kentucky and Coach Cal and what the changes needed to be made before the time where he went to his next stop. Go buy the best players. I think that Gottlieb did a good job of seeing an opening for a guy like this, had the connection because I believe he was a former Oklahoma State commit. So there was the obviously connection there with Gottlieb playing there. And go pay and get the best guys. Like at least make them say no, make them think about it, make them a money offer where they think like, damn, is this money even good enough? Maybe I will just go play at Green Bay for Gottlieb. So I like the approach, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we did do a video on him. That's the next question from Dev Royal said, isn't he the former Oklahoma State commit you guys made a video on? It is. We when he reopened his recruitment, we made a video on it. So yeah, I think Doug Gottlieb's doing good things. That's really the only comment I have. Like, I think this is a really, really good ad for a player at that level or for a team at that level, and we'll see if it works out. Jack J7, besides guys who you've already had on, what are 5 guys you'd each like to have on the show? Assume he means player guests or any sort of guest.
I want to have Walter Clayton. I want to have Jeremy Fears. I want to have any BYU player. I want to have Musselman. And honestly, last one's Brad.
I would love to have
More
Brad.
specifically, more specifically, the Underwood family. I'd love to do a live show from the Underwood house, preferably around Thanksgiving.
Underwood basement would be incredible. A Thanksgiving, any sort of holiday meal at the Underwoods would be special. If I could be in my Christmas jammies at the Underwood household in the morning, that'd be peak happiness for me. Yeah, I think Hunter Dickinson has to be on the list for me at some point before Hunter Dickinson like leaves basketball altogether. We just have to get Hunter for 20 minutes and just flesh out. Like 3 years from now, me asking Hunter, like, what the hell happened with Juwan is my dream interview. I'm going to put Braden Smith in there. You have to put Braden Smith in there. I'll put Zach Edey with Braden because I think we can get both of them, hopefully, and those would be dreams. Who else? Like, I don't know. We kind of want like the people we engage with the most more than like dream guests. Like I'd love to get Sky Clark. Um, as far as players in this upcoming season go, like somebody from Alabama, maybe like a Mark Sears would be fun, but I don't know. I don't know.
Grant Nelson.
Honestly, like I like making relationships with the players, but I don't love doing the interviews. I know some people really like the interviews, but that's just not what I find most fun to do. I'd rather just like have a relationship with them without making them feel like we're exploiting them for their work, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, Sleeve Nash says, for the Coleman show. Oh, this is a question for Coleman. We're wrong place, Sleeve Nash, for that question, but hopefully Coleman got his eyes on this and gets to decide to use your question. Hey, by the way, is this thing happening? Can we address the status of the Coleman Hawkins episode right now?
We're on no, we're just on Coleman time.
What does being on Coleman time mean?
You know, like those signs at like the homes, the cottages where it's like you're on lake time?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like there's no real concept of actual time. You just got to be ready when the time comes.
Okay. Yeah, this is we're recording this Tuesday lunchtime. And we told people we'd record Monday night with Coleman because that's what Coleman told us. And then all we got from Coleman was like, "Can you record right now?" And I was picking up my daughter, so nothing came together. He told us like we have the message that says we'll do tomorrow if it doesn't work out, but it's tomorrow now, and we don't have any contact from Coleman. Meanwhile, Coleman, God bless him, did promote this episode already and ask people for questions. So a lot of great questions came through. We just need Coleman to like show up and let's do the interview now. We're ready for you, Coleman. The time has come. Let's get back into this. Jack J7. Illinois' practice video just dropped. Ty Rodgers is hitting jumpers. It's not too early to change your Big Ten champion prediction. We did a video on this, but do you want to change any predictions because Ty Rodgers is hitting jumpers?
I'll be releasing a video later of cut ups of me just making 3-pointers. It's not that hard.
It's not going to look as pretty as Ty's, though, if you're shooting.
Yeah, well,
I don't know that it will. Guy says, I've just read a debate about whether Purdue would rather have Zach Edey or Al Horford. Now that I've finished gouging my eyes out with a windshield wiper, I want to know what you guys think.
Zach Edey's better than Al Horford.
Wait. What?
Zach Edey's better than Al Horford.
Like right now at basketball, you think Zach Edey's a better player than Al Horford?
Yeah,
I don't think that's true. Al Horford's like pretty great.
great guy.
See, if you think that, you don't you think Zach Edey should go like first overall in the draft then? If he's better than Al Horford?
Should go top 10.
Okay. I sometimes your brain really confounds me. Guy says all of these NBA players are such crybabies. We make them tough in the CIT.
CIT.
I don't know what that means. Purdue Fox says come to West Lafayette on a Thursday for the Neon Cactus. You won't regret it.
You know how you're supposed to have like a one liner or like an elevator pitch to get somebody to like buy into something?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever felt less amount of want to come to a Thursday event in West Lafayette because of a place called the Neon Cactus.
Mm.
With all due respect.
Melba responded and said the Cactus is not the way to win anyone over who's skeptical about West Lafayette. The answer is all the good stuff across the river. I didn't know there was a river.
See, okay, maybe we need a tour guide to take us around West Lafayette.
We're big body of water people.
Which is kind of crazy because are you a strong swimmer?
No,
Really?
I'm not a strong swimmer, but I'm a big water guy and you're a big body.
How long do you think you could tread water?
Longer than you.
Hell no.
A lot longer than you.
Hell
A
no.
lot longer than you.
Nah, no chance. Doesn't one of your family members have a pool?
Actually, no, they just moved, but
Oh, for real?
I have access to water if needed.
Wait, they moved? That pool was like integral to the family.
It was the 4th of July without the pool house is going to be tough for everybody this year. Yeah.
That was a selfish move.
I don't know that it was selfish.
No,
But
I know you can't say it. I'm calling it out. That's selfish. That pool was integral to the Patterson family, and there was a lot of people invested in that pool,
we can take
as
this
well as
up
the
offline.
as well as the Tate fees.
We
Now
can
there's
take
no pool.
we can take this up offline, but I'm interested in treading water against you. Dreadhead Dev Royalty King says, with the draft coming up, has anyone heard from or seen of a Bobby Clintman, wanted dead or alive?
No, we have not seen Fashion Nova Quincy Miller anywhere.
That guy makes no sense to me. Purdue Fox says, if the Big Ten coaches were members of the Avengers, who would be each character? Same thing with last year's all Big Ten first team players.
I don't know the characters of the Avengers.
I don't either. Is this like a bad mental gap for us?
No, I mean I like the movie, I'll be honest with you, but I don't know the official members. I think one is Iron Man, I'm guessing. I think another is a girl who can disappear. I don't know if Black Panther is still a part of it. The
Rest
Hulk
in
is in
peace.
it, I'm pretty sure. Groot.
So you do know the Avengers.
I don't know. The thing is the Avengers change. I think the Avengers are very fluid.
Man came on here and said, I don't know the Avengers, and then just named every
I
Avenger.
don't know if those are the Avengers or not. I'm guessing.
So Avengers are fluid. Does that mean it's like Matt Painter's roster? So he's got a
Yeah.
pretty
Mhm.
fluid roster these days.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I guess Groot would be Mexican.
So Groot is Jakari Harris.
Hmm.
Let's move on. Iron Man's got to be Braden, though.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Fletcher Lawyer would be like Ant-Man.
Oh, come on. No, Fletcher Lawyer's Loki.
So you know every Avenger.
I think I do.
This man's pulling out Loki like he didn't know the Avengers.
I think it's right.
I love you, Cart. I really do. That's all the comments for today. Thanks for the questions. Let's get to our ad read. Can you tell the people who were presented by Cart?
We're presented by the people that Gregor is about to tell you about.
I think Greg is going to tell you about the people that Carter is going to tell you. Greg is going to tell you about, but Carter's going to tell you about them.
It's Juneteenth. Read it.
We're brought to you by NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K Lab unequivocally does not support slavery. NBA 2K Lab stands in solidarity with all of us here on Juneteenth. 2K Lab is consistently making some of the greatest things that enhance your NBA 2K playing experience. If you love to play NBA 2K the game, you would love what NBA 2K Lab does. NBA2KLab.com. You can find all of the latest badges, the best shooting forms for your My Player, etc., and tons of mini games. They have mini games where you can guess where players went to college. They have an NBA draft simulator that prominently features our NBA big board, the top 75 players that Brian, Ralph, Riley Davis, myself, and Carter put together for the NBA draft. And we're working on an NBA draft live show. Breaking news for you. There is a 50% chance this isn't going to happen. And there's a 50% chance it is going to happen. But I'm excited about it either way. Carter's wagging his finger at me.
The live show's happening. The live show's happening. Are the guests happening? I don't know, but there will be a draft live show occurring.
Says the guy who
Even if
doesn't.
even if it's just me going live on YouTube by myself, there will be a draft live show.
Says the guy who has no idea how to produce a live show and has not brought one guest to the table in our 3 weeks of trying to book this event.
I have just as many guests as you.
That's very incorrect.
How many guests you got?
I have 3 that have responded. You have none.
I do have 3.
You do not have 3.
Yeah, they're all in the same family, but I got 3.
It's just brutal. Anyways, NBA 2K Lab, thanks for supporting the show and taking a hard stance against bad things. Hey, Cart, did you know that the NBA draft is coming up?
It is?
Let's talk about some NBA draft rumors. As we get closer to this, there's a lot of rumblings, and I love rumblings. Carts, what's your favorite rumble?
Probably that last rumble in my stomach, but I know my meal's coming, so I'm gonna satisfy that rumble.
So you get the rumble grumbles?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's not the rumble we're talking about today. We're talking about NBA draft rumblings, aka rumors. I have 5 rumors that have been circulating, come to the surface in the last couple of days, and I want you to tell me how much you buy these rumors. How do you want to scale this? You love to come up with your own scales here. Are we doing like 1 to 10? Are we doing something more creative? How do you want to grade each of these rumors?
Let's see. I was gonna be like super creative, but let me just stay in my wheelhouse. Let's do 1 to 10.
That seems boring.
You have any better ideas?
No.
Colors, perhaps?
Sure, do a color scale.
Okay. White is liar, not believing. Uh, blue is I'll pander. I'll acknowledge it. Yellow is okay. Yeah, I'm feeling that for sure, for sure. Red is yeah, it's for real, for real.
So, to be clear, yellow is I'm feeling that for show, and red is for real, for real.
Yeah.
Let's just get to it. All right, rumor number one. The Hawks are going to take Donovan Clingan first overall. Do you believe that or not?
I think at this point I've heard enough about it where it's just like not just a smoke screen. I really think that they are seriously considering it. And I don't know if you've seen this or can confirm it. I don't even think they brought in Alex Sarr for a workout. At
I
least
have
up
not
at le-
seen anything on it.
okay, I swore that I saw something. I could be getting duped in this one, but I swore that I saw something that said that they haven't even brought Alex Sarr in for a workout at this point. Um, I think the clinging thing is an actual thing we need to take serious. I put that at a yellow.
I have not seen anything on it. What was yellow again? For real, for real?
I can see that happening for sure, for sure.
This is the stupidest thing we've ever done. Yeah, I think this may just happen. It's because of what I said last week, though. I think like there's a lot of teams that want to trade up for Klingon, and if you're trading up for Klingon, I think you need to get the third pick. So if you're Atlanta, it doesn't make sense to trade down because somebody else might just beat your offer. You have your chance to get Klingon that nobody else can touch. If you want him, you gotta take him. You gotta pull the trigger. It's like the end of Breaking Bad, not to spoil it, but when Walt has the gun and he gives it to Jesse and basically offers to let Jesse do the job. And Jesse slides it and says, if you want it, do it yourself. That's what the Hawks need to do with Donovan Clingan. If they
That
want
wasn't that
it,
wasn't the
do it themselves.
finale.
It was the finale, yeah.
Oh, it wasn't.
Of Breaking Bad? Yes, it was.
It was.
Okay. Terrence Shannon has been rumored to have worked out for the Chicago Bulls, who are interested in possibly taking Terrence Shannon as early as 11th in the draft. Do you believe this?
I would put this at a. I put this at a blue.
Which is
Given,
which is what
like maybe. Um, just because like, given the wings that they have on their team, and also like, I hate to let my personal things kind of drip into this, but like, keep him away from a dysfunctional franchise. I think the Bulls are dysfunctional. Like
I
I get
agree
it,
with you
he's a
there.
Chicago. I get he's a Chicago kid, but I want to see him go to a team that he can contribute to winning and playing winning basketball right away. And that situation wouldn't do it for me.
Yeah, I agree with you for what it's worth. Okay, I think that Terrence Shannon will get picked in the first round and hopefully early in the first round. I think that teams that are like suddenly scrambling to consider taking him in the lottery because this verdict came through feels a little like unrealistic to me. Like the Bulls should have been on Terrence Shannon before now if they were serious about this. And I don't know, this kind of feels like a little fan service, like state of Illinois, NBA team. Let's give the Illinois star who just found not guilty a chance here to get some headlines. I think Shannon's more likely to go in the mid first round, which also I think is better for him because you get to 15, 16, 17, good teams are drafting. Miami, Philly, LA. Like Terrence Shannon would be great there over in the lottery with a team that's not ready to win.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay. Rumor number three, the Phoenix Suns are rumored to want Tyler Kolek.
Red, for real, for real. Yes, red makes 100% sense. You got to think this Suns team, they need one guys that are ready to play, like can play right now. because all their other guys are aging, but they're good, but they're aging, right? And they can't pay other people maximum contracts. Getting a point guard, which I do think they need a point guard too, by the way. I think it would help put Booker off the ball, put Beal off the ball, do all that. And with Durant as well, having a table setter guy like Tyler Kolek, who's also 23, going to be 24 probably by the season starts, I think would do wonders for their team.
I like the fit. Like I hear it. I just don't really buy that any NBA team is like prioritizing Tyler Kolek. Doesn't that seem like a stretch a little crazy for me here, or no?
So, I think you need to hear the word, or I need a good definition of prioritization, I
I mean, the
guess.
Phoenix Suns are drafting 22nd overall. You're telling me this is like, we want Kolek. That's our guy at 22?
I don't think you can prioritize anyone at 22. You're just at 22, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I guess. I don't know. I'm excited for your answer on this one. Rob Dillingham is, quote, campaigning to join the San Antonio Spurs. Rob Dillingham and his camp are apparently telling NBA teams, like, hey, I want to go to the San Antonio Spurs. Do you believe this or not?
White, white.
It's just a lie.
Come on, dog. Rob Dillingham is campaigning to go to the San Antonio Spurs. Say that out loud, Greg, and tell me if you believe it. You tell me what color it
Rob
is.
Dillingham is campaigning to join the San Antonio Spurs. I do not believe that. But why? I'm trying to understand, why would he even do this? Just because he wants to play with Wemby? Because he thinks Pop is great? Winning organization? Like what's the angle there?
The only angle would be Wemby. That's the only angle.
But that doesn't, I don't know. Dillingham and Camp or family, whoever, they don't seem like the type of people that would like pull that trick.
I mean, he's a clutch client.
They would pull that trick.
They would.
And honestly, a Dilly Wemby pairing would be really marketable.
Dilly Wemby, 100%. Like there'd be some type of ice cream bar, probably. There'd be a candy bar.
I might need
Also,
to
I think
upgrade
I
this.
think I'd be incredible in Rob Dillingham's camp.
What role would you play?
I don't think I would have actually an assigned role, but like I would always be in the background of photos.
Did you ever do actual camp? Like, have you been a camper before?
Like a camp counselor.
Like, I feel like you would be horrible at like an outdoors camp.
Oh no, I'm incredible at camps.
Like indoor camps, like basketball camp.
I'm pretty incredible at outdoor camps as well. I always become a fan favorite. Parents love me. I'm personable.
Yeah, but you're not outdoorsy.
That's not true.
You're not outdoorsy.
A guy who can start a fire with none of the outdoor without any other elements is an outdoorsy now.
I'd like to see you prove that.
You're all right. Here we go again with this. You literally saw it at your bachelor party. I was chopping wood and making fire.
We had lighters.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to use the resources I have, but if I did not have them, I can start a fire with just wood.
I don't even know how to tie this back to Rob Dillingham. The final rumor, Zach Edey is now projected to be taken anywhere from 9th to 19th. And there's a second part to this. Both the Kings and the Lakers have brought Edey in for workouts. State of California teams interested in Zach Edey. Zach Edey himself turned down the green room invite. That's very rare. Players do not do that. And Zach Edey turned down the green room invite on draft night, presumably to watch with his family, with his Purdue people. But if you're being taken in the lottery, that doesn't seem like a move you make. This is the thing you do to avoid sliding. So do you buy that Zach Edey could go 9th to 19th in this draft?
Part Windhorse pose here. He works out with teams in California. He's turning down green. That doesn't sound like Zach Edey to me. I'm gonna give this a blue.
Which means
I highly doubt that if he has the promise that he has, that he would not be in the green room. If he had the promise, I think he'd be in the green room.
that's sort of where I'm at. I think like he could get
Yeah,
taken.
if you get a 9 through 19 promise, what reason would you have not to be in the green room?
Right. He could get taken that high, but I don't think there's a promise. And I also think like, well, the reason is Edie's just like a good guy who loves his teammates and wants to be with Purdue. That's fine. Doesn't
Everyone,
exactly signal like ready for the NBA though.
everyone wants to be at Harry's chocolate shop as you get drafted
Hey,
top first or whatever you're
it's
at.
special for Purdue. I I think he might get taken, but I also do have a fear like if NBA GMs were trying to play like the little conniving little game here, wouldn't Edie be the big fake name to float that you're interested in? Like if you're trying to like maneuver up the boards and make a play on somebody you want people to not realize you're interested in, the name you would float is Edie because that's the big buzzy name, right? Like I don't know. In those middle teens, I feel like he could be a smokescreen for some guys.
Yeah, it is. Also, you realize who you're asking that question to, right?
What does that mean?
You're asking me about drafting and smoke screens and mental warfare games.
Yeah, you're not good at that. You took Chris Paul first overall yesterday.
It's a great pick.
Topic number two. I'm excited for this one. I want to imagine a world in the past where Olympic basketball players had to be amateur athletes, Cart. And I want to look forward to this upcoming Summer Olympics in Paris. And if the United States Olympic basketball team was comprised of entirely college basketball players, one, who would be on the team? And two, could that team medal in the 2024 Paris Olympics?
Okay, so you changed this on me because it was win. Now it's just metal.
I mean, it could be win also, but like I am realizing in the Olympics, if the other countries are still playing their dogs, like the world got good at basketball.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Like, can any amount of American players beat Luka Doncic in the Olympics?
Luka Doncic and other. So I think that a team full of just college basketball stars, we can go through the what the team would look like. I think they'd be able to medal.
Mm. Can we go through the players we think would be on this team?
Yes. So only players from this upcoming season, correct?
Yeah. I think if they haven't played in the NBA yet, right? Like, I think that would
Oh,
be fair.
can we take draft eligible guys this year then that haven't played in the NBA yet?
It's kind of a middle ground. I think that's fair, right? Or no?
I think it should be.
I think it's fair because if they haven't played a game yet, the Olympics happened before that. It's like Leitner was like on what was Leitner when the Olympics happened when he played? Wasn't he
Yeah,
like
and Anthony Davis played with the team before he ever actually played for the Pelicans.
it was after it would be like if Caitlin Clark was on the Olympic team this year. She's yeah, even though she started as WNBA. But yeah,
Yeah.
so the draft eligible players are eligible.
Okay. Yes, I think that team would medal.
Okay,
Now
so who's our team?
I think at the one we take Mark Sears.
I was gonna go to bat for Kolek here.
Really, we could have Kolek on the team.
You're right. I mean, we could have both on the team.
We could have both. So,
Got to have some size too, I think, right? Like,
well, I was gonna advocate for Terrence Shannon Jr. to be on this team.
you know what? Let's go. It doesn't need to be position by position. I think Terrence Shannon Jr. has to be on it.
Yes.
Dalton Connect has to be on it.
Yep.
Um, I mean, there's got to be some other like bigs we're not thinking of. Like, would we take like Dickinson, Filipowski?
I don't think. Can we take Flip? Is is Flip and like I thought Flip was like Polish or something.
I'm pretty sure Flip's American.
Well, I know he is American, but I'm saying like I think he might have that dual citizenship Jakari Harris thing going.
Well, if he has dual citizenship, then he could be American.
Would you rather have actually? I mean, if we're gonna do international game, Flip would probably be really good at that. I was gonna say like a Janai Broom.
I mean, Broom or like Baycott.
Ah,
Uh, the sad part for me is I think Dickinson's better than all those dudes.
yeah. I think the starting lineup should be Mark Sears, Don't Connect, Terrence Shannon Jr.
We need a 4. Oh, Caravan?
Caravan Dickinson?
Is Caravan American?
Yes, Caravan is American.
All right. So I want Caravan. Oh, Klingon.
Oh yeah, Klingon. Yeah.
All right. So here's what we're
Wait,
doing. We're
are we
sending
sure we want Klingon over Hunter?
dog. This is what we're doing. We're sending Dan Hurley with everyone from UConn mixed in with like stars. Yeah. No, let's go full blown USA like GM here real quick. We're
Okay.
sending Dan Hurley, Luke Murray, and Tamani,
Okay.
and we're sending Donovan Klingon, Alex Caravan, Tristan Newton, and Cam Spencer. With them, we are adding Terrence Shannon, Dalton Connect, Mark Sears, Tyler Kolek.
What was that? 10 guys?
That's 8 right now. We have
8.
we have Tristan Newton, Cam Spencer, Mark Sears, Tyler Kolek, Alex Caravan, Donovan Klingon, Terrence Shannon Jr., Dalton Connect. I think we add Stephon Castle.
Hurley's son.
Right now, our only big is Klingon, so we need another big. Do we want Hunter Dickinson?
Yes.
And he's friends with Terrence Shannon, so I like that.
Yeah.
So we have 3 spots left. We have the 5 UConn guys. We have
What? Oh, Kadari?
no, he just doesn't feel Olympian to me.
Sure. Not even with Hurley.
He doesn't feel Olympian to me. I think let me nominate some here.
No, any RJ Davis shouts here?
I'm gonna say RJ Davis, Jamal Shed, Lip.
Ooh, he feels Olympic-y. Like he's our Drew Holiday.
Jamal Shed feels like he'll get in your shit and help. Like just be a
Yeah.
good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's take Jamal Shed.
Okay, actually, no, I know the last one. We have one more after Shed.
We have 2 left, and I have 1 non-negotiable.
We got to take Cooper.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Cooper
Yep.
Flag was on it. We have 1 spot left. So it's again, Tristan Newton, Cam Spencer, Stephon Castle, Alex Caravan, Donovan Klingon, Terrence Shannon, Dalton Connect, Mark Sears, Tyler Kolek, Hunter Dickinson, Jamal Shed, Cooper Flag, and we have 1 spot remaining. I mean, they got to be able to like guard the best players in the world. That's my fear here, you know? Like I feel like
Yeah.
we're low on size.
What position are we looking to shut down here? Like a wing position?
I don't know. Like
We got Castle.
we have Klingon. Klingon can guard bigs.
We got Shed at the point of attack to guard people. We got
Shannon can
Castle.
guard.
Castle can guard.
We're better defensively than I thought.
Yeah. I had somebody in. We need a role. We need a role guy.
Why do I want to take Reed Shepard?
I was gonna say Reed or Dillingham.
Dillingham would make no sense to me, but Reed might.
Or do we take Coleman Hawkins for the vibes?
We can't do Coleman.
Reed Shepard probably be a good pick.
Braden Smith?
I think you take Reed Shepard over Braden Smith.
Colt for defense?
Is that too many centers?
Devin Carter? Do it all, everything guy? Boo
God,
Booey? Dylan Harper, AJ DeBansa? Give him the call up?
Take the young bull. Cannon Catchings.
What do we do, Cart? Make the call.
Okay, I want to add Young to the staff. Can we add Coach Young to the staff?
If we can add Coach Young to the staff,
Okay.
maybe.
All right. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make the call here. Oh,
Caitlin Clark.
Huh?
Caitlin Clark.
We're gonna take a high schooler.
For the Olympics?
Yes.
Who are we taking?
Your options, you can choose. Taking Debansa, Toa Pete, or Chris Sinak.
Why the hell would we take Cole Pete?
Well, I want to take Jasper Johnson.
I kind of want. Can we take Daniel Jacobs?
No,
If
no.
we Ko and Pete, just putting him on the bottom of this graphic would be the funniest thing of all time. Just go, why is Ko and Pete here? I'll take Devanza. Let's take AJ Devanza.
All right, Demansa. That works.
Okay, so our Olympic roster is Tristan New. Who
Wait,
starts
wait.
on this team?
Actually, no, 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 no. We cannot take Demansa.
Why?
He played for the world team at the Nike Hoop Summit.
I know who I want anyway. There's a way better. We have to have this guy,
Who?
Baylor Shireman.
Yeah, yeah,
He belongs.
yeah. He would
Yeah,
cook in international
he
ball.
would cook. Okay, so the official
That's
roster,
that. Wait, all right. Hold on a second. That's why I might win. G. They might win.
the official roster is with Dan Hurley and Matt Painter coaching. Tristan Newton, Cam Spencer, Stephon Castle, Alex Caravan, Donovan Clingan, Terrence Shannon Jr., Dalton Connect, Mark Sears, Tyler Kolek, Hunter Dickinson, Jamal Shedd, Cooper Flagg, Baylor Shire. One, I love that team. Two, who starts on that team? I said all the UConn guys first, but what's the starting lineup of that team? If Dan Hurley's coaching, who does he start in the Olympics?
He starts. He starts all the UConn guys.
I don't think so. I think he's smarter than that. I think Shannon, Connect, and Clingan have to start without question.
So Shannon, Connect, Klingon,
You know what?
Caravan.
I think Shannon, Connect, Clingan, and Cooper Flagg are all no-brainers. I think they all start without question.
Okay. Then who's the guard?
You need a guard. And it would either be,
Do we take Kolek?
man, it could be Castle. Does he start Castle at point?
Finally lets him play point.
It would either be Castle, Sears, Kolek, or Shed.
He would
That see
probably.
that
He would
or
start
Newton.
Shed. He would start Shed.
Tristan Newton.
He would start Shed.
This is my fear. I think when you get to the Olympic play, the backcourt lets this team down immensely.
We got to take someone better than Tristan Newton, man.
I don't think there is one. Like RJ Davis doesn't help you win an Olympic gold medal.
Would you rather have Devin Carter or Tristan Newton?
I think all five of the UConn guys get the call. I just think they do.
Is Cam Spencer on the team?
Should be thankful I didn't bring Aiden Mahaney. Yeah, Cam Spencer's on the team.
I know Cam Spencer.
Cam Spencer's on the team. I mean Braden, but people will get mad at us if we put Braden. He's better than Kolek though.
Start Kolek.
Okay, so our official starting lineup is Tyler Kolek, Terrence Shannon, Dalton Connect, Cooper Flagg, Donovan Clingan.
Yeah.
So we're in the Olympics starting 4 Caucasian Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think Castle deserves a spot somewhere. I don't know where though.
If we're really getting down to it, Klingon might be the only UConn player that should start.
If we're really getting down to it, I'm going big. I'm going Castle, Shannon, Connect, Flagg, Clingan.
My 5 would be Kolek, Shannon, Connect, Shireman, Klingon.
That's fun too. That's
Shireman boards. That's my 5. We're cooking. And we got how many lefties in that lineup? 3? Oh my God.
How far does this team go in the Olympics? Who's the team to beat?
Probably Canada?
Canadian roster's nasty.
Yeah, SGA, all those guys, Edie.
This roster is not beating the Canadian roster. Like Zach Edey is a better college player than all these dudes, and Edey won't play a minute on the Canadian team.
Okay, SGA
Is Edey even going to the Olympics?
I don't know. SGA is inevitable, but like let's take a step back here.
Carter.
This team starts Dylan Brooks, Dwight Powell, and Lou Dort.
All those dudes are way better than Mark Sears and Tyler Kolek.
Are they better than Terrence Shannon, Dalton Connect, and Baylor Sharman?
We don't know yet, but we think so.
Okay. We don't know though.
But we think so.
Donovan Kling is better than Dwight Powell.
Yeah. Yep.
They got Olynyk too, though.
They got killers.
Okay, so they get silver.
They got RJ Barrett. They got Andrew Wiggins.
They get silver. Yeah, it's a good squad. They get silver.
They got Nick Stauskas.
Shut up.
Do they get silver? Because I think there's some other killers.
What
Like I
like
so do you
Slovenia?
think this team would beat a team with Giannis or with Luca or with Jokic?
The Greece national team, yeah. Maybe not Slovenia. They got some other people.
They most definitely do.
Yeah, they got like Valanciunas.
France, Gobert.
Shit, I forgot about France. I
Go,
don't know if this
go,
team's meddling.
Gobert and Ntilikina.
Okay, they might beat France.
I think this team would
Oh,
have
Wemby too.
this. I think this team has no chance at medaling.
None.
A small chance at a bronze. I don't know that they're getting out of the group stage, to be honest.
Damn it. I have so much
Cooper,
intrigue for this.
if Cooper Flag was transcendent, it could happen.
He might be.
He might be.
This team would get bronze.
We really just asked, could Dan Hurley's UConn team win the Olympics? Topic number 3 today, I want to officially place some college basketball futures with you. That's what I want to do. So I have DraftKings Sportsbook odds open right now. That's not a sponsor of the show. Just want to say that right now. We don't have a sportsbook sponsoring the show right now. Would love for that to change, but DraftKings is just my personal book that I am looking at right this very second. We are each going to pick 3 futures that we want to place. Okay. So what I need from you is a favorite, a mid-range, and a long shot. I will define those as we go through the categories, but I'm using DraftKings Sportsbook odds. I would say there are 3 favorites. There are 3 teams that have identical odds at the top. 10-1 odds, Kansas, UConn, and Alabama. You have to bet on one favorite to win the national championship next year. Who are you betting on?
Out of the favorites, I would no, the fact that they're all the same, I got to do it. I'm taking Kansas. They should not all be the same.
Kansas should be alone with the best odds.
Yes.
Even over UConn.
Yes.
I could understand UConn and Kansas's odds being the same, but I would also pick Kansas out of this group to bet on. I think they have the best roster, and I think Self and Hurley are still in a tier of their own as coaches I trust to win a national championship. So 10-1, honestly, Cart 10-1 for Kansas with this roster feels incredible.
It does. It feels very incredible. So incredible that I'm actually placing a bet as we speak.
Yeah, it feels really, really good. Okay, so now into the middle tier. Here's the teams you can pick. You have to pick one of. Duke 12-1, Houston 16-1, North Carolina 16-1, Gonzaga 20-1, Baylor 20-1, Arkansas 22-1, Arizona 25-1, Iowa State 28-1, Auburn 28-1.
So the ones that stick out to me immediately are the 2 Big 12 schools. I don't think I'm. Oh, sorry. Well, now Arizona's a Big 12 schools 3, but there are the 2 Big 12 schools that stick out to me here are Iowa State and Baylor. Um, it's just something that's holding me back with Iowa State that I can't get there, and I can't put my finger on it. Like, cause I really should. The defense is there. I like the ads in the portal with Jefferson. They got everybody back. If Momchilovic is really good, but I'm gonna stick with Baylor on this one. I'm gonna go Baylor at 20-1.
Baylor was my pick too. I think it's the most my favorite bet of all of these, honestly. Like if I was only picking one, even
That
across the
that's
two
that's
categories,
not your favorite.
there's one coming up later.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see. I think Baylor at 20-1 is the best value on the board, but for the sake of being different than you, I would bet Iowa State at slightly longer odds. To me, Iowa State and Baylor are very similar caliber teams. They're both like 4th and 5th best team in the country. I like Gonzaga 20-1 too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were just trying to build a portfolio here, Gonzaga, Baylor, and Iowa State would all be bets for me. But to me, maybe the longest odds being Iowa State feels a little undervalued, but I personally prioritize Baylor a little higher, like you said, at 20-1. Okay, everybody else here, Kentucky 30-1, Purdue 35-1, St. John's 40-1, Creighton 40-1, Indiana 45-1, Tennessee 45-1, Rutgers 45-1, Michigan State and Michigan 55-1, along with Marquette, UCLA, Texas, all at 55-1. Ohio State, Xavier, Miami, Maryland, Florida, Illinois, Louisville, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, USC, all longer odds on top of that as well, including Kansas State, 100-1. Now that they have added Coleman Hawkins, what's your favorite long shot?
Uh, honestly, the Indiana's enticing if the talent all hits 45. Like I do like that, but I think I'm gonna go with Florida.
It's crazy value at 70-1.
Yeah, I've done like the Walter Clayton is there. Get him to March, honestly. Like I just get him there and let's see what happens. I like the other talent around the team. I would take that. I'm also currently, as we are doing this, I am placing 25 on BYU to win it all. I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Yeah. I mean, do we have the number on them?
Plus
They're
9,000.
they're 90-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. I think there's actually some really good value here. Like, I think there's a lot of teams above 50-1 that could make like a Final Four, and all of a sudden you have some really long shot potential tickets. Kansas State being 100-1 is insane to me. Like Kansas State being lower than Ole Miss and Miami and Ohio State feels just backwards to me. Like there's a world where they hit and they have a really high ceiling. Illinois 75-1 feels low. Louisville 80-1 feels low. Texas A&M 80-1 feels low. All those teams below, like Xavier and UCLA, is icky. Michigan and Michigan State both the same value. What do you make of that?
both donations.
Okay. I'm a little surprised. Like Dusty May year one is the same as like a Tom Izzo program. Like that's just a little weird.
Where's Vanderbilt?
Further down the list. Um, I gotta do it, don't I?
Yeah,
I gotta do Indiana 45-1. They're
yeah, I know.
valued like the 18th best team here, and I think they're much closer to like ninth or 10th.
Yeah, I immediately saw that and was waiting for the moment where you went there.
Yeah, I gotta double down. Have to double down on it. Okay. There you have it. Hopefully we'll make you some money. One big thing presented by nobody.
The one big thing that well, I actually don't know how to go about this, but I received a DM saying that someone would join the Discord if I did the worm on this episode. I can't do the worm. So if you hear this, I'm listening to other offers to join the Discord, but I can't do the worm.
I feel like you just gotta try, and then we get someone new in the Discord. All you have to do is try.
I just gotta try.
I think.
All right, my back's a little messed up right now. Is that dangerous to that?
I don't know. I don't do the worm regularly.
Okay. Well, my initial one was that I had look at this life vest I got for my dog, so he can go swimming. He loved it in Florida. He was going swimming. That's what I really want to show. But if you see this, I can't do the worm, but I will like attempt to do the worm. I don't know how to go about this, to be honest with you.
Pierre needing a life vest is crazy.
Well, French bulldogs can't swim because they're too dense. I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself. How do you do this?
If you're listening to the audio version of this, please go watch the video tomorrow or today of Carter trying to do the work.
Join the Discord.
I know that shit hurt. I
Yeah, I don't
know.
know. Like I didn't know where to start there.
Oh man, that was good. Oh, that was really, really good. Woo, 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 woo. Let's see here. I do not have a one big thing prepared. I'm still really fixated on your dog needing a life vest. That's crazy, but okay. Your explanation that French bulldogs are too dense is even crazier. It's insane. Uh,
Your dog
uh,
can't swim.
my dog can swim, and when we taught him how to swim, we just threw him in the water. We didn't give him a life vest. Um, I'm so brain dead right now, man. My one big thing is I would like to put a little love on powdered donuts.
Huh?
Powdered donuts,
Oh, like the little, yeah.
the little miniature donuts.
You eat those?
They're donuts.
You eat those?
Yeah, they're powdered donuts.
You eat those.
I love powdered donuts.
You make the effort to like add those to your cart when you're shopping.
Shout out to Hostess, aka the hostess with the mostest. You've been a pinnacle, peak part of my family for a very long time, and yeah, appreciate the work that you do.